I always talk about things beyond the echo chamber, and I thought Adventures Beyond the Echo Chamber, hey, that's an orb album, so a visual pun. Then I thought, hang on, the first track on that album, Little Fluffy Clouds, the one everyone knows, that's 4.5 minutes long, so I don't need to give a lightning talk. But what were the slides like when you were young? But no, I couldn't think of any more jokes. So anyway, outside the echo chamber, I continue the explanation that we've done many times before. LinkedIn. Now, I don't actually spend much time at LinkedIn very much these days. But do you remember a couple of weeks ago, there was that article, that blog post went round about how Perl was the most despised programming language? When someone posted that to LinkedIn, now, I'm not the most tactful person in the world, but if you're using terms like this, you're not going to be encouraging people. So I don't go to LinkedIn. Facebook. Very basic questions on Facebook. So much misunderstanding. It's hard to share code on Facebook because the editor just doesn't understand indentation, so it's crap. It's also full of adverts for R Perl. So I don't go there much anyway, but anyway, they have Jeff Goff who answers to pretty much any question in that group almost instantly. So Stack Overflow is where I do most of my outreach beyond the echo chamber these days. Stack Overflow, or as I like to call it, and just there's a quote that I've cut and pasted from a question that came up there about 6 weeks ago. So it was 15 years ago, someone set this course, died, and then they're carrying on the course just with this logbook that nobody understands. And to me, that kind of sums up Perl outside the echo chamber. It's all 15 years out of date. It's stagnant. Perl hasn't had an update in 20... I'm just going to carefully step around that Perl 6 naming discussion at that point. Not taken seriously. It's a scripting language, so nobody has to put any effort into it. These next 3 slides are slides that I put in a talk 15 years ago. People do it because Perl is the web. The web is easy. Therefore, Perl is easy. Language is not commutative. So anyway, what to do? Well, you know, I've been doing this. I've been around the block a few times. It's very tempting to just take my beautiful wife and go and retire and forget about it and leave the rest of you up to it. Maybe fill in a few more bits of blue on our map of countries that we've... But no, really, we need to carry on. We need to be out there spreading the knowledge. Some of you might have seen a talk I gave 2 years ago about conference-driven publishing. And one of the things I came out of that was, let's make Perl books a cottage industry. It was a kind of a joke. Going back a bit further, 5 years ago, I ran some training courses under the Perl School banner. Cheap courses run on a Saturday, so there was no excuse not to come on them. So I'm thinking, what about if I reinvent that, publishing short, cheap ebooks about Perl? Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, those of you that were at LPW in 2014 know that I've got previous in this. This is me promising to write a book in a year. This is the next slide saying it was going to be available at the next LPW. It didn't happen. Didn't go well. Lessons were learned. Most important of which is don't announce things that you know you can't deliver. So anyway, there's this new book. There's the first of the Perl School books, which is actually available on Amazon already. And it's been there for a week and none of you noticed. I've got future plans, maybe one on Moose, DBIC, dancers. Those of you that have been on any of my courses might recognize that these are just, I'm repurposing my courses as ebooks. Testing, modern core Perl. If there's anything else you think that we should be publishing, would you like to help me write one, or would you like to write one yourself? Yes. Let me help you with the technical stuff about publishing the books. It's actually surprisingly easy. Get in touch with me on these things, and Thank you very much for listening.